Hello and welcome to Panoramic Edition, where we discuss national, regional and international developments in depth. Under the patronage of Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, National Security Advisor, Royal Guard Commander and Secretary General of the Supreme Defense Council, the recently held Cyber Shield 2025 brought together a wide array of stakeholders across government, private sector and vital infrastructure institutions, all unified in confronting advanced and realistic cyber threat scenarios that target critical supply chains. This high-level coordination not only boosted the national response capabilities but also demonstrated Bahrain's ability to effectively mobilize and synchronize strategic cyber readiness across sectors. With over 5,000 participants and 180 speakers, Cyber Shield 2025 underscored the importance of digital resilience, public-private partnership and future-forward cyber policy, all areas where Bahrain is now setting benchmarks. To talk more about that, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed bin Abdul Al Khalifa, Deputy President for Cyber Operations at the National Cyber Security Center.
Under the theme Supply Chain Attacks, Bahrain's National Cyber Security Center has launched a national cyber exercise. It involves a wide range of government bodies, vital sectors and private companies. The exercise aims to strengthen national coordination and test effective response plans against possible cyber attacks. It also ensures key sectors are ready to face any cyber threat. The drill tests the readiness and ability to tackle complex cyber attacks by simulating real-life attacks targeting supply chains. It also improves cooperation between involved parties and encourages sharing expertise to adopt the best global practices in protecting digital infrastructure and vital sectors like communications, energy, transport and health. As cyber threats increase worldwide, Bahrain continues to build its regional leadership in cybersecurity by investing in national capabilities and readiness. This work protects data, ensures critical services keep running, and boosts confidence in a safe digital future.
Welcome back. We are pleased to be joined here in the studio by Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed bin Abdul Al Khalifa, Deputy President for Cyber Operations at the National Cyber Security Center. Hello and welcome to the show. Thank you for being with us today.
Pleasure to be with you.
First off, we would really like to focus on the success of Cyber Shield 2025 and how it really shed the light on so many issues that are now coming within the uptake of the technology world, and how Bahrain is really setting a benchmark when it comes to protecting it. Can you tell us a little bit about the core objectives of Cyber Shield and how this exercise actually built on the success of cybersecurity fields within the kingdom itself?
Of course. Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here. So Cyber Shield 2025 was designed with three clear objectives. Number one, to test the nation's ability and readiness against modern supply chain cyber attacks. Number two, as well, to strengthen coordination between entities and the Kingdom's Central Cybersecurity Authority, the NCSC, as well as to build confidence in the Kingdom's ability to respond collectively to crisis. It is actually a continuation of Bahrain's progress in cybersecurity maturity, moving from organizational and sectoral drills to a national level cybersecurity exercise.
The Cyber Shield actually reflected a lot of the ambitions of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and his strategic directives that were set by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. How did that come into effect?
Yes. So Cyber Shield 2025 is a direct outcome of the royal directions of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. It was reaffirmed in Royal Order 17 of 2025 concerning the National Cybersecurity Center. And the Royal Order specifically entrusted the center with conducting cybersecurity exercises as well as readiness drills for critical sectors. Cyber Shield 2025 is a clear implementation of that vision. The exercise as well reflected the strategic directives of His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, who emphasized resilience, digital transformation, as well as the protection of national infrastructure as pillars for Bahrain's sustainable development.
Right. A really big part of it was the presence, the guidance of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa. He actually directly influenced the success and the national scope of the drill. How did that affect it?
Yes. So the presence and guidance of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa were pivotal to the success of Cyber Shield 2025. His Highness patronage elevated the exercise from a purely technical drill to a true national event. This ensured participation from across government, critical sectors and the private sector. His guidance reinforced the message that cybersecurity is a matter of national security, requiring unity, coordination, as well as commitment at every level.
Right. When it comes to the topic that was chosen as a theme for this year's drill, supply chain attacks was the center of that theme. Now, Bahrain being a successful and center business hub within the Middle East, as well as a fintech platform and banking platform, makes it really important to address. But why specifically supply chain?
True. So supply chain attacks represent one of the fastest growing types of global cyber threats. They do not target a single organization directly. The attackers try to infiltrate through trusted suppliers, partners, as well as even software updates. This makes it difficult to detect, as well as it could be highly disruptive. By focusing on this type of attack, we ensure that the kingdom's readiness is elevated to defend against these types of attacks, and it not only protects the critical infrastructure, but it also ensures that the wider ecosystem supports our economy and daily life as well.
Absolutely. When we look at the gaps that were highlighted and that were basically pointed out, we also have to mention that there were some critical threat scenarios that were simulated during the exercise that are factual and could happen, and these were addressed highly. What were these scenarios?
So Cyber Shield 2025 simulated advanced scenarios that reflected real-world threats. Among the most critical attacks were on energy as well as utilities through compromised software updates, ransomware campaigns, as well as attempts to exfiltrate sensitive data. These scenarios were carefully selected and designed to test both technical teams on the ground as well as decision makers at strategic levels as well.
Right. A lot of the scenarios or the critical scenarios that were addressed were actually scenarios that started off as fairly normal activities within everyday work, like emails, software updates, as you have seen. So really focusing on how the outcomes can really deteriorate this whole supply chain was important. But also we've seen the scale of participation. So we see that there's a lot of awareness already there on the market and more is being sought. So tell us about that. Share the scale of participation, how so many entities and personnel were involved, and what specific sectors took part that you were proud of seeing there.
Yeah. So Cyber Shield 2025 was the largest national drill of its kind to date. There was participation from 129 entities, over 445 participants at technical levels as well as decision makers. The exercise spanned across 7 vital sectors, including healthcare, education, energy and industry, you name it. The wide participation reflects on national commitment, whereby cybersecurity is not confined to one sector. It is a responsibility shared across the entire kingdom.
There are a lot of lessons that were learned about interagency cooperation, especially the response time to cyber attacks themselves. Cooperation during the simulation was really vital in order to get the gist or the, let's say, baseline of Bahrain's fast response time. So how does this strength in Bahrain's security defense strategy elevate Bahrain's standing when it comes to cybersecurity?
Yeah. So one of the most important lessons learned from Cyber Shield 2025 was the value of interagency cooperation. The exercise really showed that when ministries, regulators, the private sector and other critical entities share information quickly, they coordinate decisions as well as acting as one. Bahrain's ability to withstand and recover from cyber attacks is greatly enhanced. This level of collaboration strengthens our national cybersecurity and cyber defense by turning individual strength into collective defense.
It's really good to see so many people really being part of the recovery process and also the protection process initially. But the NCSC itself has the leading role when it comes to managing, facilitating and evaluating this drill, the drill that actually sets the base of how people or how the agencies have to start off. So from your point of view or from your own side, what are the roles of the NCSC when it comes to these obligations?
Yes. So the NCSC played a central role in Cyber Shield 2025. From managing, facilitating, as well as evaluating the exercise at every stage. From designing realistic scenarios to coordinating across all entities, participants, and even finally measuring performance across the national entities. The NCSC ensured that this was a true test of Bahrain's resilience. It stands also as a proof that Bahrain has the talent and capacity to design and deliver a cyber drill of this magnitude as well.
When it comes to talent, as you have seen, that's one of the big things that Bahrain is proud of when it comes to talking about not just cyber security, but really being prepared for any kind of attack that might come or might not. How does Bahrain's national cyber strategy support the development of local cybersecurity talent, especially preparing for the real-world challenges like those simulated in Cyber Shield?
True. So Bahrain's national cybersecurity strategy places a strong emphasis on developing local talent because technology alone cannot protect a nation. Obviously, it takes people to make that difference. The strategy invests in training, it invests in awareness, capacity building programs, ensuring that Bahraini professionals are not only certified and skilled, but they're also ready to face real-world scenarios and cyber threats as well.
All right. Actually, very recently, Bahrain received high recognition at the CAI SEC 25 in Cairo, the CAISEC. What does the Arab Excellence Shield Award that Bahrain received mean, especially for Bahrain's cybersecurity profile?
True. So, receiving the Arab Excellence Shield at CAISEC 2025 in Cairo is a proud moment for the Kingdom of Bahrain. It is an international recognition. That Bahrain is not only keeping pace with global cybersecurity, but also setting benchmarks in the region.
Yeah.
This award reaffirms that investments, strategies, and leadership directives in Bahrain have followed, are positioning Bahrain as a trusted and resilient digital hub across the region as well.
Right. Not only setting benchmark, Bahrain actually ranked in the top global tier when it came to the 2024 Global Cybersecurity Index. How could you elaborate on the specific areas where Bahrain was actually achieving these full marks?
Yes. So Bahrain's placement in a top global tier of the 2024 Global Cybersecurity Index reflected Bahrain's comprehensive and strategic approach to cyber resilience. Bahrain achieved full marks across 4 of the 5 areas that are covered within the GCI index. Those include legal measures, organizational measures, technical, as well as capacity development.
Right.
This underlines Bahrain's commitment to building a secure, well-regulated, and future-ready digital environment in the kingdom.
That's amazing. How does Bahrain, or how has Bahrain positioned itself as a regional and global strategic partner within cybersecurity?
Yes. So Bahrain has positioned itself as a trusted partner, not only in the region but globally. We're a proud member of FIRST organization as well as the OIC CERT. Those two organizations connect us with the global cyber response community. At the same time, Bahrain maintains strategic partnerships with allied nations, including close cooperation with the United States, CISA, as well as the UK's NCSC. Within the region and the GCC, Bahrain plays an active role within the GCC Ministerial Committee, whereby we're helping shape the unified GCC strategy, as well as contributing to the regional cybersecurity threat sharing platform. Bahrain also participates in regional cybersecurity exercises and drills across the GCC as well.
Right. Sheikh Abdullah, when it comes to Cyber Shield 2025, a lot of the outcomes that came out were highlighted at the end of the drill itself. But you tell us, how will these outcomes of Cyber Shield 2025 be integrated into Bahrain's future national cybersecurity policies and emergency response frameworks?
Yes. Thank you for this question. I think it's one of the most important aspects in terms of the drill itself.
Yeah.
It's important to note that Cyber Shield 2025 is not the end. It is the input. It is the beginning. The NCSC will translate the exercise result into concrete updates to Bahrain's national policies, sector playbooks, as well as emergency response frameworks. Additionally, sector regulations will be adjusted where needed, and lessons will be fully embedded within the national incident management frameworks and procedures. This is to ensure that the kingdom is faster, more coordinated, as well as more resilient to face cyber threats.
Right. Cyber threats are an ever-changing kind of challenge that is coming up, especially with the force that technology is changing and how helpful it is when it comes to many aspects and fields. But how is Bahrain preparing for next generation threats, such as AI-driven attacks, cloud vulnerabilities, digital supply chain disruptions, and so on?
True. Bahrain is preparing for next generation cyber threats by combining advanced technologies as well as strong governance and ensuring that there's continuous training. We're strengthening defenses against AI-driven attacks, as well as hardening cloud environments and securing digital supply chains, while at the same time investing heavily in our people through specialized trainings, through red and blue team exercises, as well as executive level tabletop exercises. And lastly, we've seen the national exercises, and will continue to implement further national exercises to simulate complex, advanced, and real-world cyber attacks.
Really excited to see all of that. Very important factor that we've already mentioned is the collaboration that happened within interagencies, as well as the private sector and the public sector. But also important is the regional and international collaboration in achieving Bahrain's long-term security or cybersecurity goals. Why is that important?
So regional and international collaboration is vital to Bahrain's long-term cybersecurity goals. Cyber threats know no border, and no nation can stand alone. It's important that we continue to work with our partners in the region globally, as well as through international bodies, to ensure that we continue to contribute to that, as well as benefit from collective global resilience.
Yes. Sheikh Abdullah, before we end today's show, as you said, Cyber Shield is not the end, but it's really the beginning of things to come. How do you view Bahrain's cybersecurity ecosystem over the next 5 or 10 years?
I think that's a great question. So over the next 5 to 10 years, Bahrain's cybersecurity ecosystem will evolve from strength to strategic leadership. Guided by the vision from His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, we see a future where cutting-edge technology, as well as a strong local market, regional cooperation, and a pipeline of world-class talent come together to make the kingdom a cybersecurity powerhouse across the region as well.
Thank you so much for being with us today and for answering our questions, and look to so much more that's going to come out of Cyber Shield in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And thank you, dear viewers, for watching us, and we will see you next week in another episode of Panoramic Edition.